When Nigerian people, or when Nigerians, say that South Africans envy and jealous them, when Nigerians say that Ghanaians envy and jealous them, it makes you understand that Nigerians actually don't think. They are senseless, they don't have brains. First of all, I'll prove this to you. First off, the use of the word jealous and envy is wrong. Jealous and envy is simple. Go and check your dictionary to understand what envy is. Go and check your dictionary to understand what jealous is. What you people should be using is hate. South Africans hate Nigerians. Ghanaians hate Nigerians. And this should be, and I'll tell you why. Listen, I need you to watch this and observe something. Just watch this and observe something. Watch this.
Information just reached me that South African people have been burning Nigerian houses down again in Johannesburg. I don't know how true is this, but this is the video the person shared with me.
Now, you see why I told people that Nigerians are, to an extent, so hideous.
Hi, welcome to Life of an African Woman, taking countries in West Africa down to Africa and Africa to the world. On this space, we stand for nothing but the truth, the bitter and the brutal truth. Guys, I want to specially thank you, most importantly, my South Africans, my Nigerians, my Kenyans, different countries, all from different countries who have always kept it and held it on here without yes, you've always stood for the truth and supported the mission on this journey. So quickly, I would love us to definitely listen to my brother. You or most of you know him from another mother. I told you that I will not be doing most of the talking because it's as though most times I am the only one talking and my message does not seem to condescend with so many people. Of course, those who understand my message will understand, but when I see somebody who shares the same motion, objective, mindset and perspective of life in the same way and in the same light, I always feel happy and excited. So in this video from my brother Chimdi, he's on TikTok, he actually helped me address some of the points I've been talking about when it comes to, first, how Nigerians have always, or some Nigerians, or most Nigerians have always manipulated the narrative, changed the narrative as to why it is that South Africans are always, against them, disliking them, unhappy with them, fighting and rancoring with them without them stating the fact of what the major issues are. Like, if you've been following me, you should always know that I've always laid emphasis on the root cause of the problem, emphasis on that, which most Nigerians will always want to shy away from. See, Nigerians will not want to go in details to explain and resolve things. They will always beat about the bush, go shallow about it to avoid their ulterior motive, their wicked, their selfish interest. Yes, exactly. But this guy will help us today. I want you to listen to him patiently, expose so many wrong narrative that Nigerians have always perpetrated, put out on the media against South Africans. And that is one thing that I do not stand to accept. I hate injustice, I hate manipulation, I hate deceit, I hate crime, I hate anything that is not just in general. And that's why I stand for the truth. Because of this, we'll get to understand so many things. So let's watch this together, all the clips, and I'll be right back to summarize.
I need you to watch this and observe something. Just watch this and observe something. Watch this.
Information just reached me that South African people have been burning Nigerian houses down again in Johannesburg. I don't know how true is this, but this is the video the person shared with me.
Now, you see why I told people that Nigerians are, to an extent, so hideous. Like, they are hellhounds. Let me use the word. Let me use the right word. And I hope I'm not penalized for this. The right word that can correspond to the nature of an average Nigerian is being a demon. And I'll explain why. Don't think it's profanity. Let me explain this. Now you see that according to this video, this guy, this degenerate as usual, stated that South Africans are burning houses of Nigerians in South Africa, which I was told is a very big lie. But let's assume this is truthful. Let's assume this is truthful. Let's see. Did you see that right up? It says, no matter what you do, we have taken over your country and your women. Tinubu has bought over your country from Ramaphosa, who is the president of South Africa, right? Now, if you call someone that is an advocate to judge this case, what do you think that person will say? Now, let me get this straight. I'm making make sense to me. You're complaining of being victimized by South Africans. Yeah? Good. Now, but then, your write-up is showing us directly that you're the one aggravating and motivating the victimization that is being bestowed on you. I don't know whether you get the gist. Your write-up had given it away that you are the motivating factor at which you were victimized, which means that it's not peculiar with South Africans, it's not peculiar with Ghanaians, but that naturally you people are so annoying. You people can aggravate someone to the extent of victimizing you people. And then people will come around and say that South Africans victimize Nigerians, that South Africans do this one to Nigerians, that South Africans subjugate Nigerians, that South Africans segregate Nigerians, where Nigerians have done nothing. See, when you people come in the media to talk these things, when you people actually come to talk, don't think every Nigerian is without brain. Don't think there are actual Nigerians that have brains, and I am one of them, if not the chief. I am one of. See, I was not taught to think. I was not taught to start from foundation, to actually check what amounted to what. I don't ask what happened, I ask how it happened, because of my family background. So don't think you can come out and use sentimentality to deceive people. Change, Nigerians, change. When Nigerian people, or when Nigerians, say that South Africans envy and jealous them, when Nigerians say that Ghanaians envy and jealous them, it makes you understand that Nigerians actually don't think. They are senseless. They don't have brains. First of all, I'll prove this to you. First off, the use of the word jealous and envy is wrong. Jealous and envy is simple. Go and check your dictionary to understand what envy is. Go and check your dictionary to understand what jealous is. What you people should be using is hate. South Africans hate Nigerians. Ghanaians hate Nigerians. And this should be, and I'll tell you why. Listen. If a man in your society, if the activity of a man in your society progresses your society, there is no way you can hate that man. The only way you can hate a man in your society is when the activity of that man in your society retrogresses your society or has no benefit to your society. South Africans hate Nigerians because Nigerians bring criminality and economic retrogression to South Africa as a country, not as a people. Nigerians want to turn South Africa into a hub of criminality, just like they have turned Nigeria into such. So the Nigerians want to turn Ghana into a hub of criminality, just like they've done to Nigeria as a country. They have increasingly destroyed Nigeria, and they are looking for other countries where they will destroy. Now, this begs for something. I want to warn people. You see, all these United States of America people, USA, London, if your system is not strong enough, Nigerians will destroy your country for you. Check it out. Go and check your country as at the time Nigeria was not there, and your country as at the time Nigeria came to that your country. Go and check it. Go and check. The difference is clear. The difference is very soon. You see all these corruptions that are beginning to grow in other countries. These things are courtesy of Nigerians. That is the only thing that they can give. Corruption. That's it. See, the Bible says, let me use the Bible. When a man's way pleases the Lord, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. Let me explain that in a secular way. When your activities is beneficial to the people around you, they cannot hate you. You can't have an enemy. I'm telling you. Even those who are your enemies will be pleased with you. It happens to me. I'm a witness. Even my enemy named his child after me. My enemy named his child after me. I don't even want to talk about how many people in my workplace had called their children or named their children after me owing to my activities. I don't want to brag about this, but I just want to use this to cite samples. Like I tell people, see, there is no way your activities progresses people around you and people will hate you. There is no way. Now, how does your activity progress people around you when you have a selfless mentality to serve? Nigerians have the innate desire to fetch money instead of the innate desire to serve humanity. These things are different. A person that has the innate desire or crave to make money is susceptible to criminal tendencies. In fact, the person has innate criminal tendencies because it is your innate desire to make money is an evidence of your criminal tendency. But if your innate or basic desire is to serve humanity, it means you're devoid of criminality whatsoever. Do you get the difference? Now, in Nigeria, an average Nigerian, 3/4. How do I put it? Let me put it this way. 99% of Nigerians have their innate and basic desire become the need to make money. No Nigerian wants to serve humanity. So when you see a Nigerian, like I'm talking to South Africans, I'm talking to other parts of Africa. When you see a Nigerian leave Nigeria to come to your country, don't think he's coming to get educated, coming to get exposure so that he can teach Nigerians how things are done. Don't think he's coming to mingle or understudy a system. Don't think he's coming like all these white people that leave the comfort of their home, come to a country that is not so developed so that they can understudy mosquitoes or a system and then innovate things about. Don't think Nigerians are like that. When a Nigerian leaves Nigeria, for other countries. He's coming there to make money, so that when he comes back to Nigeria, he can start showing off or showboating, which means he comes to other countries with a default criminal tendency. So guys, stop showing shock, stop being surprised. I'm telling you, don't be surprised when you see them. Just when they come, be very careful. I said every Nigerian should be considered a criminal until proven otherwise, including myself.
First of all, the guy that tagged me to this guy video, I don't respond to criminal video. That is why I ignore his video. But somebody shared the video with me. That is why I will talk. Now, I don't want to talk before. Now, this same guy have allowed a lot of people to see Igbo people as bad people. But I can bet you a lot of Igbos used to attack this guy.
Oh dear. It's so funny. Now, here is something I want to point out. The first thing I need to point out is his contradiction. Criminals. A criminal has this way to contradict himself. Why? Because they are not knowledgeable. He said, first of all, he does not respond to criminal video. He was tagged to this, that I was tagged to him, and he does not respond to criminal videos. But then someone came and shared. Tagging, sharing, does not respond. He responds. Tagging, sharing, does not respond, but he has to respond. Contradiction. Ladies and gentlemen, other than this, look at this guy, look at myself. Who strikes you like a criminal? Who strikes you? You know, I actually listened to the video because someone sent me this. I'm not the person that will tell you I don't respond to criminal videos. Like, I've been waiting for Nigerians to make their case in contradicting what I've said. None of them can. I bet you, none of them. If any of them feel they are educated enough to contradict me or to debate me, let them come on. I'm always very ready. Because you know, one thing with the truth is that when the truth is being spoken, there is no controversy when it comes to the truth. You cannot contradict the truth. I know a number of Nigerians that come to tell me, see, I need evidences to this. Why are you doing this? I know you're telling the truth about Nigeria, but why would you have to bring South Africa to the case? Why would you have to bring Ghana to the case? And I gave them the succinct evidence and the reason as to which I am doing this. Now, when you look at this guy, who strikes you like a criminal? First of all, he cannot get his grammar right because this one is a school dropout. This one is not a competition to me. He's a school dropout. I was really looking out for people that I could say that they are educationally savvy. Do you understand? So that I could really contend with those people. But guess what happens? The educated parts of Nigerians, anyone that is civil-minded who is a Nigerian, would always see with me in the exact thing that I'm saying. First of all, I would allow him in his assumptions in thinking I am in South Africa and that I'm trying to tactically run away from xenophobia, what they call xenophobia. But here is something I've always stated and I've always emphasized. One thing you have to understand about majority of Nigerians is that they defend criminality. And you know one thing with Nigeria, it's usually odd for them to see a Nigerian speaking against Nigerians. That's why they will think I'm not a Nigerian. In fact, a greater number of you people are witnesses to some other people that come to my comment section in saying that I speak against Nigeria because I am an Igbo man, that it is an indirect way that I'm using to demean or denigrate Nigeria because I want to exalt Biafra. But now you're seeing that this guy had witnessed and confessed that I speak even against Igbo people. Now let me tell you, if you're rational enough, when a man comes to criticize himself, what does that tell you? You know my joy? My joy is that most of my audience are knowledgeable people who are Ghanaians and South Africans. And they can hear this. And I say this emphatically so that through Ghana and through South Africans, shame can come upon Nigerians such that we would see whether they can change their mentality. It is a grim shame that while South Africans, that while Ghanaians are able to see that in my saying what I do say comes a whole lot from my love for Nigeria. A man that loves his children does not cover up the sins of his children. A child that loves his father does not cover up the sins of his father. He opens it up. Even in the book of John, he says, now this is the condemnation, that the children of darkness could not comprehend light. Why? Because their deeds were evil. This is exactly what happens in Nigeria. Why? Because their deeds, see, they want to cover their evil. Nigerians have names to give as an alternative to their evil things. Like bribery is PR. We call it PR. So there are things I'm not surprised at this very verge. Because I tried to listen to his video and I tried to find an evidence. When he said, let me tell you something about this guy. Let me tell you something about this guy. Where there are no evidences. But let me tell you something about this guy. In criminology, a criminal or someone that is debased or mentally deformed, you find out that a deformed face is an evidence of a deformed mind. Look at this guy's face. Look at the way he talks. Have you noticed that he talks with one side of his mouth? That is deformity. I know criminology. That is deformity. And that deformity comes as a result of criminality. It is sickness. It is a mental problem. So that's why you hear him. He cannot even master his English because this one is a school dropout. This one knows nothing. So there is nothing I can contend with a person that is a dropout and of a criminal mindedness or of a criminal mind. So this one is not a problem at all. This one is not a problem at all.
Now, guys, you can understand literally how a typical Nigerian man thinks, how a typical Nigerian man behaves, especially on the negative. Like I will always say, everybody is not the same. Hearing this young man here speak will tell you that not all Nigerians indeed are dumb. Not all Nigerians can easily be fooled and manipulated. Not all Nigerians act foolishly and live in lies, live in their own shadow and misery, trying to cover things so that they tend to look like the innocent ones and make South Africa, make Ghana, make other nations the victim. You see, that's the most dangerous people you can deal with. Manipulative, toxic, and narcissistic people are the worst set of people you can deal with. One, they don't take accountability for their actions and inactions. They don't take responsibility. They will rather turn the whole thing against you to blame you and make you feel guilty. We see these things happen in relationship, in marriages, interracial, inter-countries war, inter-countries misunderstanding, inter-countries saga. It all starts from the home, from the smaller units, from friendship, family, and escalates to what we are seeing today on the media. Now, make it make sense that in everything that happens, Nigerians want to put the blame on others and exempt themselves from the whole scene. But when you go and look deep, you will know that they started it first. They are the root cause of it. Why is it that in almost all cases, it's Nigerians for the wrong reasons? We are the same people who want to go and build other people's nation. We are the same people who want to go and tell other people how to live their lives. Even when they say they don't need you, stay back in your country, stay back and build your country. We are fine with ourselves. We want to know our problems. We don't want to know where our challenges are coming from. We want to get our country right. We want to solve our own problems right before we know where our external issues are coming from. These are the cries and the plea of most South Africans, Ghanaians, other countries in other nations. Guys, if you look at the statistics of how many Nigerians are in other people's country, you will come to accept and agree that yes, a lot of Nigerians are in other people's country, in other people's faces every single day, every single time. And some are really living right and living well, which definitely don't have issues with the country and the laws of the country. But it is the wrong set of people, this kind of people who, frame up stories, lies, and deceit to make it seem as though these other nations that they are in their country are the bad people, are the wicked people, are the wrong people. But meanwhile, they are the enemies of the land. They are the problems of these people's country. And you see, that's why I said I've taken it upon myself to always come out, use my platform, raise my voice to speak out. Because you see, Nigerians tend to downplay this thing or manipulate this narrative against other nations when they are the one condemning them. But now, let it be on the grounds that we as Nigerians now, there are people like me, this guy, and some other reasonable and reputable, responsible and wise Nigerians who understand the character of a gullible and a manipulative Nigerian to always call us out, calling us out, spelling things out just the way it is. No sentiment, no bias, no emotion. See, the ability for you to see something and say it the way it is a grace. Is a grace. Not everybody have that grace, because some people at that moment of trial can easily just be swept off their feet and they flow with the lies and they cover up lies. And that, because of money, Judas could betray Jesus. Because of sentiment and bias, Peter could deny Jesus. So these things did not start today, and it is a very shameful, gullible, and pathetic attitude to know that most Nigerians still live in this nightmare. They still live in this dreamland of what? Thinking that every other country are the problem, every other country is bad. And yet you claim you are the giant, but your country is not in order. You're leaving your country to other people's country, not just going there for the right reasons, for the wrong reasons. You see, it is not strange to we Nigerians who are in Nigeria. In case you don't know, I am in Nigeria and I'm not leaving Nigeria for anywhere. I've got privileges, opportunities to leave this country. My siblings who are outside can attest to that, to leave this country and be with my siblings in other people's country. But I'm this person that I don't know how to go to other people's country and stay there for the rest of my life or for the longest time. I believe that no matter how it is back home, this is my home, this is my territory. I should stand, defend, build, and protect it at all costs. But you see, the disappointment there is the attitude and the behavior of Nigerians back home, that they finally take outside the shores and the borders of Nigeria, constituting nuisance, causing harm and mayhem. It starts from home. You see, a typical Nigerian man in Nigeria, the way they behave, they unalive people, they kidnap people, seek for ransom, they go into women trafficking, they do all sorts of evil and wicked crimes. Back home, they don't obey the laws. In fact, there is no law starting from the leaders. Everybody's acting and behaving the way and manner they like. No culture, no law, no respect, no regard. Children today are becoming something else. No respect for elders. See them behave anyhow. And they don't end it here. You see them, I want to go to South Africa, I want to go to Cameroon, I want to go to Ghana, I want to go to UK, I want to go to America. What for exactly? No obvious, no good reasons, with wrong intentions. And when they go there, the people do not give them the chance to exhibit all this nonsense and rubbish character. They begin to fight. How do you go to other people's country to unalive their own citizen? You fight them in their own land. Like, make it make sense, guys. When they tell you they don't like this, you challenge them. You expect them to keep quiet and watch you. You expect them to keep quiet and allow you defeat them in their own land. Like, seriously? This is driving me crazy, guys, because I don't understand. When I react, most people say, take it easy. Take what easy? A typical Nigerian do not even want his fellow Nigerian to breathe. You're a target, you're a prey. They prey on you. You show yourself now that you have small money. The next thing, they will come and kidnap you. They just see that you're living comfortable. You're driving on a good car. You know, you're managing your life. They will eliminate you. They will look for every means to end you. You are in your house. You're not safe. The next thing, they will bug into your house and rob you of everything you've gathered. They might even unalive you in the process by shooting you, gunning you down. You are in a vehicle. You're boarding a vehicle. You're not safe. You're watching your back every single time. Either you're dodging or running from stray bullets from the police, or the fear of being kidnapped, or the fear of being assassinated. And the police, the law enforcement agent, is dead and gone. Bribery, corruption has eaten every system, every sector. Look at our leaders, what they are doing. From the president down to the Senate, down to the House of Rep, down to the House of Assembly in the local levels. Everywhere is deteriorated. Everywhere is rotting. Guys, this is a country we call Nigeria. My prayer every day is that God continues to give me the grace, the strength, keep me alive, keep me safe. Because, guys, if you know the battle I've been fighting, I've been going through a lot. I've been going through a lot of battle, both physical, both online, both offline. You guys will not understand. And at this point, if you are a true African, I need you to put me in your prayers. Give me words of encouragement that every day I wake up as a Nigerian, I remain alive. I remain safe for myself and my family. Look at me. I can't even eat and feel comfortable because at the end of the day, when I turn on the news, even in my local radio station, the news I hear every day is depressing. It's frustrating, guys. I don't know. I feel like shedding tears. God knows. I feel like crying. The other day, 3 children were rescued from the hands of a man that was trafficking them for rituals. Innocent children. Minors. This is the least to mention because every single actions and experience of these people every day, if it should come or make its way online, the internet will explode. And yet they say, keep quiet, don't talk about it. Talk about Nigeria is a good place. How many times do people most times travel to Nigeria and at the end of the day, oh my God, one story to the other, being unalived. And you see, it will linger and nothing will be done. Nothing will be done. The matter will just die a natural death. So it's high time everybody out there be careful. Every Nigerian is a suspect until proven otherwise. Anywhere you see a Nigerian, raise an eyebrow. Raise an eyebrow very well. I'm telling you. And if you catch anyone, bring them to book. Let justice be served. Let them be severely dealt with. And until we continue like this, calling them out and speaking out, that is when we can say that yes, Africa is, becoming a better place for all the citizens, cut across West Africa, cut across Africa. Because Africa we are hearing is not just for Nigerians alone. Why must it always be Nigerians? And to every other nation, it's an eye-opener and a lesson for us to learn. Sit up. No country is perfect, we know. Try to uphold integrity, the peace and the safety, security of your country. Protect it at all costs, because that is all you've got. If you're being chased outside, it is back home you will run to. So hold your grounds very well and protect what you stand for and where you come from. With that, I would say we've come to the end of this episode. I love each and every one of you, my South Africans, my Nigerians, Kenyans, Ghanaians, cut across different countries. Too numerous to mention. We all are together in it, and we will fight this battle. We will fight this curse to the end by the special grace of God. Happy weekend, and I wish you a blissful week out there, a successful one at that, wherever you are listening to the sound of my voice. I want to say, may God continually keep us safe, protect and guide us, give us a repentant spirit, a repentant heart, that we will learn to live right, so that at the end of the day, we will leave this world a better place. Till then, remain safe, happy and blessed. Ciao, ciao.